All right. Hello, everyone. It's Kiki Strickland, the Matchmaker and Dating Coach. And I have found that one of my videos from last year, even though I did not make it public, it's been private all this time, unavailable, unfindable. I forget the term that's used. But somehow it's gotten 5 views, even though it's not public. So I don't know how someone found it. It has Kevin Samuels in the title. So apparently that's still drawing a lot of people. In fact, I just saw a new video that was posted this week from someone else saying, never seen footage from Kevin Samuels about Vivica Fox and how he's going off on Vivica Fox, and how she made a comment about him since his death, about it being karma. But then the person weaved in some old comments that he had made about Vivica. So it looks like he said it after the fact. And so apparently, I said all that to say that apparently people are still looking for content from this man. And because I had done 2 videos on him last year, well before he passed away, and somebody has found the one that I didn't even make public, I wanted to go ahead and talk about that and make that one public through this video, with me prefacing that these statements that I made about him were made prior to his death. And even so, I don't think I said anything bad about him, because I try not to speak ill of anyone. But anyway, let's listen to it. Again, this was last year. In fact, the date is there. I'll leave the date up so that you can clearly see that this was before his passing. It was June 18th of 2021. And I don't know how it got 5 views without me publishing it. Is Kevin Samuels a high value man? Let's talk about it. Hello, I'm Kiki Strickland, the former matchmaker and dating coach that appeared in Ebony magazine a few years ago. Actually, it's been quite a while now. I think that was 2014. I was a dating coach for several years. And now I have an organization for women called Friendship Mixers. And it's all about promoting healthy female friendships between women and providing opportunities for you all to make new friends. So check us out at friendshipmixers.com. Today, though, I'm talking about dating, or talking to single women who may follow a man named Kevin Samuels. So he talks about being a high value man, how women are seeking a high value man, how most of them are not good enough for a high value man, especially Black modern women, or modern women as he calls them. Those of you that may not have heard of him, that's okay. You probably have, because I didn't know about him last month, but all of a sudden I'm hearing all of this stuff about him on Facebook and different platforms, especially any singles platforms. So I checked him out. And again, I just talked about him versus someone like R.C. Blakes, or someone like Stephen Labossiere from Stephen Speaks. And just the differences between where he's coming from and what he is spewing out versus what they are teaching to women, single women. And I looked through Kevin Samuels' videos trying to find out his definition of a high value man, because several of them had the words high value in them. But I didn't come across one where he actually talked about it, what it meant. I'm sure he has it. I just didn't find it and didn't have time to go through all of them. But in one of them, he did say that a high value man has worked his way up to a certain level, gained a certain amount of fame, maybe fortune, definitely fortune, because I think that they make a certain amount of money, and they are the men that women value that women are seeking to have a relationship with and marry. So at the basic level, I guess that's what he means by high value man. He might mean some other things, and I'm not sure because, like I said, I didn't find one where he actually just laid out all of the characteristics of what he means by high value man. So I had to think about whether I feel like Kevin Samuels is a high value man, because if you're teaching, how you as a single woman can become valuable to this high value man, or if you're teaching why you're not good enough to be with this high value man, then I'm looking at you. I'm saying, well, are you a high value man? Are you someone that I should be taking advice from? Because the kind of man that I'm looking for, I would want to be learning from someone who has those qualities. And yes, you might have fame and fortune, but value is not only dependent on those things. If I'm looking for a man that actually is kind to people and doesn't talk down to them and, treats women with respect, if that's the kind of man that I'm looking for, I'm probably not going to listen to a man who doesn't do those things. If you're cursing and, telling women you're average at best, you're a 2 or you're a 3, I mean, you're probably not someone that I consider high value. So why am I listening to you? I'm sure that he's a good image consultant, and that's what it says on his website. It says that he's a a male image consultant, and that you can work with him on improving your image if you're a man. But then I've heard him say in some of his videos for the women to set an appointment with him or to pay for a session with him. So I guess he's doing some type of dating coaching for women, which I don't understand at all. I used to be a dating coach, and I understand all that goes into that. You're working with the woman, you're going through our relationship history, finding out where things might have gone wrong. You're hitting on maybe where she needs some therapy. And he does talk about getting therapy, and that I agree with him on. A lot of people, in fact, the majority of people probably need therapy of some sort, because we deal with things that maybe we can't handle on our own. And we should definitely be talking to a professional about those things. And there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely encourage that. And I do like that he mentions therapy. I don't even like the way he talks about that, though, because he's like, you need therapy. It's the mean-spiritedness of him, I just can't get past. Even if some of the things that he says, I actually agree with. Don't come at women the way that you're doing it. So is he a high value man? I would not say so. It's for you to decide. You're the one who is possibly listening to him. I have another video where I talked about him versus R.C. Blakes and Stephen Labossiere from Stephen Speaks. Check that one out. And just be careful as you are learning how to navigate your dating life or your relationships, then watch who you are taking counsel from. As the Bible says, you do need counsel, but you got to be careful where that counsel is coming from. All right. Thanks for listening. See you in the next video. I'm Kiki Strickland. Okay. All right. So that again was a video that I had done last year in 2021, well before he passed away. But as you could see, even though I wasn't doing dating coaching and matchmaking last year, I said I was a former matchmaker and dating coach, and now I am again. I definitely know that Kevin Samuels was not a good dating coach, because I know all that goes into it. I know you're coming up with a dating plan for the person. I know you're getting into their mindset, the history of their relationships, even their family history of relationships. I mean, there's so much to unpack when you're doing dating coaching. I'm pretty sure he wasn't doing any of that. All he was doing is putting people down and making entertainment out of it. So I know that many of you viewers watched him because you thought it was funny and entertaining, but I hope that you were really not looking to him for real dating advice. I'm pretty sure you weren't, because I know you're intelligent and you can understand when someone is just saying and doing things for shock value. But anyway, if there are any women out there who really do need a dating coach that's going to sit down with them, check out what I am offering at kikistrickland.com. All right. Please, the man is dead. Don't try to resurrect the same spirit that he had on him. This new video that I saw with the person who is trying to piggyback off of his audience, I'm sure he was coming in that same negative spirit. And I'm hoping that there won't be people trying to replace that whole thing that he had going on. I'm actually going to do something on how he built his empire off of the backs of Black women, and then totally tried to trash them, even though he was making money off of us. All right, that's enough about him. Let's move on to bigger and better things and improving our relationships and finding our Mr. Rights. All right, ladies, so it's Kiki Strickland, the Matchmaker and Dating Coach at kikistrickland.com. Check out and subscribe to my channel, Kiki Strickland, the Matchmaker. Talk to you soon. Happy dating.